Malcolm Page,
That's me.
fantastic evening this evening, celebrating all that's good about Birmingham City. How's it been for you?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, just to see players, from the very, well, I say the very start. No, there's nobody here 140 years of age, but older players that have been here. It's great all the way through up to present time. Fantastic people that have given so much to the club. Really great.
And you see so many people here ready to celebrate with you and the other players, and so many players from various eras as well. This club gets you. It gets into your heart, doesn't it?
Well, it absolutely does. I mean, it got into under my skin when I was 15 years of age, and I never wanted to leave the place, quite honestly. And I was here pretty much on 20 years, and it was hard to leave the club, and okay, I've had a bit of a life since, but the club has still always been part of my life. I've been down here regularly watching them, and I can't escape.
What were your favourite memories from being a Birmingham player, Malcolm?
Gosh, I mean, there's so many really. Scoring the odd goal. I mean, I was here 20 years and scored about 10 goals, I think. So you could well imagine my joy in actually scoring for the club. Lots. Performances, I think, really. Getting joy from one's own personal. You've got to, you do have to look at yourself, and you get satisfaction from performing well yourself, and I've always tried to do that. If I didn't perform well, I knew myself, and that was rubbish, really. But so getting, it's a bit like golf or any other sport. Getting satisfaction out of the way you played. But overall, as a team, the team really getting results. That's been the important thing for me, and we didn't do too badly.
There's a sense that the team could have done even better. It could have, mushroomed into something really, really special.
Yeah, well, I think so. Maybe. Yeah, Freddie Goodwin's era there. Yes, I think. Obviously, I think the Fulham defeat in the semi-finals seemed to have been a little bit of a turning point, and there were I don't know the ins and outs of it, but Freddie went soon after that, and I think maybe. But I felt at that time there was as much cohesion in the club and teamwork in the club as we maybe could have gone on a little bit more before Freddie left. But I mean, that's history now.
You mentioned the Fulham FA Cup semi-final. Anyone of a certain vintage who remembers it will suffer the same amount of pain.
Well, we all suffered pain. I mean, I know the fans. I know every player that I talked to since that played in that match feels it for the fans as well as for themselves. And we could feel the pain for the fans. I think we were due to stay overnight after that match, but we were so upset we just drifted back, basically. I remember Howard Kendall and myself, and I think it was probably Gary Pendry. We went to an all-night cafe when we got back to Birmingham and had breakfast, and just sort of tried to drown our sorrows in beans on toast or something like that. But we were so unhappy with everything. It was just one of those things. But you have to bounce back, don't you? And it's a shame, really. I think the club didn't give Freddie a bit more time, maybe, to do something after that. But there we are. That's gone.
And finally, do you believe that the club can get back to those sort of halcyon days, if you want to call them that?
Of course. I mean, yes. The thing that amazes me with the club is that it's carried on. It's carried on through the times it has, difficult times. It's always carried on, and I can see it only still carrying on. And those good times will, I'm sure, come back. I've got great admiration for all the people in the club that's kept this club going, all the backroom staff that have done so much. Every time I go down to a match, I get greeted by people with smiles on their faces, and they're just happy about being at Birmingham City. And I think for them, I think this club needs to come back. and it obviously will come back because it's still pretty strong.